First up is Brian Cho with a presentation on Huntington.
Hello, my name is Brian Cho, and I'm going to introduce about Huntington's disease. So in this presentation, I'm going to explain about overexpressed or underexpressed genes that might correlate with Huntington's disease, and which Huntington's disease causes the breakdown of the nerve cell inside of the brain. So the trait of Huntington's disease is that it is very rare. As you can see in this chart, the number shown in here is really small. It's like 0.1 to 0.5, or even no data available is there. And 2.7 out of 100,000 people is getting Huntington's disease. So yeah, it is very rare disease. Before I explain about Huntington's disease, there is a gene called HTT, which is Huntington. Inside of this gene, it causes the mutation of the other genes, which correlates with Huntington's disease. And HTT makes the genes like overexpressed or underexpressed, so that may correlate with Huntington's disease. And this is what happens inside of your brain when someone gets Huntington's disease. This part of the brain is called ventricle, and when Huntington's disease is onset of someone, then this part gets larger, and inside of the ventricle there's a fluid, and this increases the size of itself, and it gives the pressure through your brain. This type of graph is called volcanic plot, and in this graph you can see the red dot, blue dot, and black dots, which dots are representing all the genes that are experimented by the experiment of the Huntington's disease. So the red dot is showing the overexpressed genes, and the blue dots are explaining the underexpressed genes. And there are some examples of overexpressed and underexpressed genes. So for overexpressed genes, there is ZNF33B and ZFY. They're both related to zinc finger proteins, and when zinc finger proteins are overproduced, they may correlate with Huntington's disease. And ZNF33B this thing encodes a member of the zinc finger family of proteins, which means it overproduces zinc finger proteins. And ZFY is just a protein coding gene, but it produces zinc finger protein also. So if they are both overexpressed, it may correlate with Huntington's disease. For the underexpressed genes, there is COBL and PCDH7. They are both protein coding genes, but does not produce zinc finger proteins. So if they are underexpressed, it may correlate with Huntington's disease. This type of graph is called mean difference plot. When the gene is located in the top part of this graph, it means the gene is very significant, and when it is located in the bottom part, it means it's not significant. So, and the left side of this graph, it is underexpressed, and right side is overexpressed. This is called box plot. It shows certain amount of experiments or genes that are discovered in this experiment, and you can see many different lengths of boxes here. It means so in this graph, the lengths of boxes are not really different, and they're really similar to each other. So it means there's no outlier, which means this experiment has the similar result. And in conclusion, Huntington's disease causes the breakdown of the nerve cell inside of your brain, which is very crucial. And zinc finger family genes, when they're overproduced, they may correlate with Huntington's disease. And underexpressed protein coding genes may also correlate with Huntington's disease. And that's it for my presentation.